2025 Prophecies, Nostradamus predicted this, and it's happening. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Malcolm X. A year cloaked in mystery, hope, and an unsettling sense of déjà vu. Nostradamus, the elusive prophet whose cryptic verses have perplexed and inspired generations, may have already charted the course for 2025. But here's the startling part. Some of his predictions are unfolding as we speak. What if his vision for this year isn't just a warning, but a blueprint for a dramatic shift in our reality? Before we unravel these astonishing prophecies and explore how they eerily mirror the world we live in, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. By doing so, you help us illuminate these timeless truths and spark meaningful conversations worldwide. Trust me, you won't want to miss the final prophecy. It could redefine what we think about destiny. Let's begin this incredible journey. Number 1. Nostradamus, the man behind the prophecies. Born in 1503 in the south of France, Michel de Nostradamus, better known to the world as Nostradamus, was a multifaceted figure, an astrologer, physician, and one of history's most renowned visionaries. His life was marked by a deep interest in the mysteries of time and the cosmos, which led him to craft cryptic verses that have captured the imagination of generations. In 1555, he published Les Prophéties, a collection of hundreds of quatrains, four-line poems shrouded in metaphor and symbolism. These writings, some argue, have uncannily predicted events that shaped the course of human history. From the devastating Great Fire of London in 1666 to the rise of Adolf Hitler and even the catastrophic atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, his works have been linked to some of humanity's most pivotal moments. Now, as we navigate the complexities and uncertainties of 2025, Nostradamus's verses seem to resonate more than ever, inviting us to reflect on their relevance and their potential warnings for our own time. Number 2. Key predictions for 2025. 1. Natural disasters. Natural disasters have long been a source of awe and fear, reminding humanity of the immense power of nature and the fragility of our creations. Nostradamus's poetic verses such as "Mountains tremble, seas shall rise, the earth beneath cracks open wide, cities crumble, man shall flee, seeking refuge by the sea," resonate as an ominous warning that feels strikingly relevant in today's world. The interpretation of these lines as a foretelling of earthquakes and tsunamis carries an urgency that cannot be ignored. The Ishikawa earthquake, some believe, could be a harbinger of a turbulent period where the Pacific Ring of Fire awakens with unprecedented activity. Volcanic eruptions, cascading tsunamis, and the crumbling of cities may not just disrupt lives, but alter the very fabric of global stability. These events could test human resilience as coastal areas face destruction and economies are forced to grapple with the monumental cost of rebuilding shattered infrastructure. While the imagery painted by such predictions is stark, it also presents an opportunity for reflection. The Earth has always moved and reshaped itself long before humanity existed, reminding us of the transient nature of life. As the Buddha wisely said, "Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make your peace with that, and all will be well." This sentiment teaches us that while we cannot control nature, we can control how we respond. Preparedness, compassion, and unity can transform fear into action. In modern life, this means investing in disaster management systems, fostering global cooperation to address climate challenges, and embracing a mindset of community support. Furthermore, these prophecies serve as a wake-up call to examine the ecological imbalances we've contributed to. Climate change, overexploitation of natural resources, and urbanization have left ecosystems vulnerable and magnified the impact of natural disasters. For individuals, this is a call to action. Rethink consumption habits, support sustainable initiatives, and reduce environmental footprints. Each small change contributes to a collective effort to restore balance to our planet. In navigating these turbulent times, consider the power of mindfulness. When faced with the overwhelming forces of nature, grounding ourselves in the present moment helps to cultivate clarity and resilience. A Zen proverb reminds us, "You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." Whether this is literal in the face of rising waters or metaphorical in dealing with life's challenges, the message is the same: adapt, endure, and find strength in the moment. So, while the prospect of natural disasters may seem daunting, let us remember that challenges have always propelled humanity toward growth and innovation. With wisdom, unity, and an unwavering belief in our ability to rebuild, we can turn even the gravest of predictions into opportunities to strengthen our connection to each other and to the earth. Let these times be a reminder not just of our vulnerability, but of our immense capacity for resilience and hope. 2. Extreme weather events. The earth itself seems to be crying out, its balance shattered. Nostradamus, the famed seer of centuries past, may have foreseen what many of us fear today. In one of his cryptic quatrains, he speaks of a world battered by extremes. Fields turned to dust, rivers overflow, nature's balance lost below. Droughts shall scorch, floods shall drown, the balance tips, the planet frowns. Could he have been describing our current reality, a time when the planet seems to rebel against humanity's neglect? As we step into 2025, we find ourselves face to face with weather patterns unlike anything history has recorded. Imagine vast stretches of farmland, once lush and productive, reduced to barren wastelands by relentless droughts. Crops fail, food supplies dwindle, and prices soar, leaving millions struggling to afford basic sustenance. In the same breath, torrential rains unleash devastating floods, sweeping away homes, displacing communities, and triggering a refugee crisis of unimaginable scale. The question looms, how did we let it come to this? And more importantly, what can we do to turn the tide? The link between these extreme weather events and climate change becomes harder to ignore with each passing year. Scientists warn us that the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and unchecked industrial practices have thrown nature's delicate balance into chaos. But didn't the Buddha himself teach us about interconnection? What we think, we become. What we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. If our actions have tipped the balance of the natural world, isn't it time to rethink how we live, consume, and treat this planet we call home? These challenges aren't just global, they're deeply personal. What does it mean to live in a world where millions are hungry, where others flee rising waters, leaving everything behind? Can you picture yourself in their place? What would you want others to do for you if the roles were reversed? Nostradamus's words might feel like an ancient riddle, but they speak a truth that resonates today. We are all connected, and the pain of one is ultimately the pain of all. So, how do we respond? This isn't just a story of despair, it's a call to action. Reflect on what you can do. Could you reduce waste, support renewable energy, or advocate for stronger environmental policies? Even small actions ripple outward. The Dalai Lama once said, "If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Every effort matters, no matter how minor it may seem. But here's the deeper question. Beyond individual actions, how can we as a global community come together? What kind of world do you want to leave for your children, your grandchildren, and the generations to follow? As we ponder Nostradamus's warnings, let's transform fear into resolve, ignorance into understanding, and apathy into compassionate action. After all, what is prophecy if not a mirror held up to our choices, urging us to change? And so, as the planet groans and the skies cry, we are left with a choice: to heed these warnings or to ignore them at our peril. What will you choose? If you've watched this far, you're already diving deep into the mysteries of 2025 and uncovering Nostradamus's incredible predictions. Comment below with "Prophecy Unfolding" to show you're ready to explore these fascinating insights with us. Don't go anywhere. There's so much more to uncover in this video. Stay until the end to grasp the full picture of how these ancient predictions are shaping our present and future. 3. Global famine and societal collapse. Nostradamus's chilling quatrain, "So high the price of wheat that man is stirred, his fellow man to eat in his despair," paints a grim picture of humanity pushed to its limits. As we approach 2025, it is worth reflecting on whether this prophecy foreshadows global famine and societal collapse. Rising food prices and water scarcity are no longer distant threats. They are challenges visible on the horizon, fueled by climate change, population growth, and resource mismanagement. If resources become sparse, the desperation that drives people to unimaginable acts could indeed arise. The specter of riots, looting, and societal breakdown mirrors not only Nostradamus's vision, but also our collective fears. Cities, once the epicenters of prosperity, might devolve into chaos, pushing people into rural areas in search of safety and sustenance. Wars over water, previously confined to dystopian fiction, may very well become our reality as nations vie for control over this vital resource. While this prophecy is haunting, it serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of human existence and the need for compassion in the face of adversity. The Buddha once said, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened." Happiness never decreases by being shared. This wisdom reminds us that even in times of scarcity, sharing and cooperation can illuminate the darkest moments. Instead of descending into despair, humanity has the power to work together to avert such a crisis. Embracing sustainable living, reducing waste, and supporting innovations in food production and water conservation can help us rewrite this narrative. Modern technology and global collaboration have the potential to turn this prophecy from an inevitable doom into a call for proactive change. In our interconnected world, the ripple effects of famine and societal collapse would touch every corner of the globe. It's easy to imagine how disruptions in one region can destabilize entire economies, spark mass migrations, and strain international relations. But here lies an opportunity for collective mindfulness. As the saying goes, when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. By grounding ourselves in compassion and long-term thinking, we can address the root causes of these crises. Governments, corporations, and individuals all have a role to play in creating systems that prioritize equity and sustainability. If we act with awareness now, we can plant seeds of resilience that will grow into a more stable and just world. The prophecy also serves as a mirror, reflecting the consequences of ignoring our environment and each other. It's a cautionary tale urging us to recognize the value of harmony, not just within ourselves, but with the planet. By practicing mindful consumption, supporting ethical policies, and fostering global empathy, we can transform fear into hope. A modern Buddhist teaching encourages us to see challenges as opportunities to cultivate wisdom and compassion. As we address the looming threats of food and water scarcity, let us be guided by this principle. In each act of care, whether it's conserving resources, educating others, or advocating for change, we take a step toward a future where such grim prophecies remain unfulfilled. As we ponder the chilling vision of 2025, let it galvanize us rather than paralyze us. The potential for societal collapse, while daunting, is not set in stone. With collective effort, the darkest prophecies can serve as a rallying cry for enlightenment, resilience, and transformation. We stand at a crossroads where mindfulness and action can prevent despair from taking root. By choosing to act wisely and with compassion, we affirm our ability to shape a future rooted in balance and humanity, proving that even the bleakest prophecies can be rewritten. Four, political upheaval. Political upheaval has always been a powerful catalyst for change, and according to Nostradamus, 2025 might be a year of dramatic transformations on the world stage. His cryptic quatrain foretells shifting power dynamics among nations. The lion weakened, the eagle crows, a serpent rises, and power flows. The bear's heart falters, a shadow looms. Within the den, a snake assumes. These lines have sparked endless debates among interpreters, with some suggesting they symbolize the waning influence of Western powers, perhaps represented by the lion and the eagle, and the ascent of new players on the global stage. Could this be a nod to the rising strength of Asian nations, particularly India? Imagine a world where India steps forward as a superpower, challenging old hierarchies and reshaping the geopolitical landscape. What might that look like for us as citizens of a rapidly changing world? The bear in Nostradamus's prophecy is often associated with Russia, and the mention of its heart faltering stirs speculation about President Vladimir Putin's health or political stability. Could 2025 mark a pivotal moment for Russia, with potential power struggles erupting within its leadership? If such turmoil were to occur, what ripple effects might it have across Europe, Asia, and even the Americas? Think about the interconnectedness of our modern world, how a single shift in one region can send waves across economies, alliances, and even the daily lives of people like us. Nostradamus's prophecies often carry a sense of foreboding, but they also invite us to consider deeper truths about the impermanence of power. As the Buddha once taught, nothing is permanent. Everything is subject to change. This teaching reminds us that no nation, no leader, no era of dominance lasts forever. If we embrace this reality, can we also find ways to prepare for these changes with wisdom and compassion? Perhaps moments of upheaval are not just threats, but also opportunities for renewal, both for nations and for humanity as a whole. Think about the values that will guide us through uncertain times. What role does mindfulness play in understanding these changes? How can we, as individuals and communities, contribute to a world that fosters peace rather than division? These questions aren't just for politicians or historians, they're for each of us. History is not just written by leaders, it's shaped by the collective actions and awareness of ordinary people. The rise and fall of powers also make us question our own role in this intricate dance of history. Nostradamus's quatrains may sound ominous, but they invite us to reflect on our place in this great unfolding story. As we consider these potential shifts in 2025, let's not forget to ask ourselves, How can we cultivate compassion, resilience, and understanding in a world that is constantly changing? What seeds are we planting today that will shape the future for generations to come? In the face of political instability, we are reminded of the Buddha's words, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." As nations rise and fall and leaders come and go, it's worth reflecting on the peace we can nurture within ourselves and our communities. So, as we move forward into this uncertain future, let's do so with a sense of purpose and interconnectedness, remembering that the actions we take today can create ripples of change that outlast even the most powerful empires. What will you contribute to this unfolding story of humanity? 5. Extraterrestrial Contact. One of the most intriguing and bold predictions attributed to Nostradamus for 2025 is the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial life. Nostradamus's cryptic verses such as "beings from beyond, watchers of the night, reveal themselves in glowing light," have sparked both wonder and speculation, offering a sense of mystery that resonates with humanity's timeless curiosity about the cosmos. If this prophecy holds true, the impact on humanity would be profound, reshaping not only our understanding of the universe, but also our perception of ourselves. The realization that we are not alone in the vast expanse of space could inspire awe and humility, breaking down barriers that divide us. Telepathic or advanced forms of communication with such beings might transcend language and cultural differences, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose among the people of Earth. As we consider this possibility, it's worth reflecting on the teachings of the Buddha, who said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What you think, you become." The discovery of intelligent life beyond our planet could shift our collective mindset, urging us to think more expansively and act more compassionately. It could challenge us to overcome narrow divisions, whether national, ideological, or economic, as we confront the realization that Earth is but one small part of a much larger cosmic tapestry. In the face of such an extraordinary event, the conflicts and struggles that once seemed so consuming might begin to feel trivial, inspiring humanity to work together to address common challenges like climate change, poverty, and global inequality. In our modern world, where disconnection and divisiveness often dominate, the idea of extraterrestrial contact serves as a powerful metaphor for connection and cooperation. It reminds us that just as we might reach out to understand beings from another world, we can also extend understanding to one another. Imagine the potential for innovation and collaboration if humanity united not out of fear or necessity, but out of a shared sense of wonder and purpose. It is a call to embrace the unknown with curiosity rather than fear, and to recognize the beauty of our shared existence. Such a momentous event would not come without challenges. Questions of ethics, governance, and how to manage such contact responsibly would arise. But history has shown that humanity often grows the most during times of upheaval and transformation. As we prepare for what might lie ahead, the best way to honor such a potential future is by starting now, by practicing kindness, seeking knowledge, and working to create a world ready for whatever extraordinary possibilities await. Let us remember the words of Carl Sagan, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." Whether or not 2025 brings this revelation, the message remains timeless. We are all interconnected, part of a greater whole, and the future depends on the choices we make today. You've come this far, which means you're ready to uncover the truth behind Nostradamus's 2025 prophecies. Comment below with "Future Revealed" if you're as intrigued as we are by these unfolding events. Stick with us. what's coming next might just change how you see the world forever. Six, celestial or catastrophic event. As we delve into Nostradamus's intriguing prophecies for 2025, one particularly vivid prediction captures the imagination and stirs the soul. The trumpet shall sound, the heavens divide, mankind's fate shall then collide. At first glance, this poetic verse might evoke images of a celestial event, a blazing asteroid hurtling through space, shattering Earth's tranquility. Such cosmic disruptions have long fascinated humanity, serving as a stark reminder of how fragile life on this planet truly is. But perhaps Nostradamus intended a deeper, more symbolic message for us. Could this trumpet be a clarion call, not of impending doom, but of urgent change? In the modern world, we face crises that resonate like the sound of a trumpet: environmental collapse, social division, and technological disruptions that challenge our humanity. These could be the heavens metaphorically dividing as humanity's future hangs precariously in the balance. This prophecy, whether celestial or symbolic, mirrors a pivotal truth: the need for collective awakening. The trumpet may be an invitation to reflect on our actions and realign with what truly matters: compassion, cooperation, and sustainable living. The Buddha once said, "Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth." If we look deeply, the truth of our interconnectedness and the consequences of neglecting it are impossible to ignore. Climate change, for instance, is our modern heavens dividing, as natural disasters grow more frequent and severe, warning us to mend our ways before irreversible damage occurs. Imagine the prophecy as a metaphor for the discord in human relationships and global affairs. The heavens dividing could symbolize our fractured societies, where mistrust and greed have created rifts that threaten to pull us apart. But just as the night sky offers stars to guide travelers, we too have guiding principles: empathy, justice, and unity. These values can help us navigate these turbulent times, ensuring that our fates colliding is not a destructive clash, but a harmonious convergence of humanity's best qualities. As Rumi eloquently stated, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." Perhaps the prophecy urges us to meet in that field, setting aside differences to co-create a sustainable future. So what can we do? Start with small conscious actions, whether it's reducing waste, choosing kindness, or fostering dialogues that build bridges instead of walls. Each act becomes part of a collective shift. The prophecy challenges us to see crises not as harbingers of doom, but as opportunities for transformation. If the trumpet signals anything, it is the urgency of now, a reminder to act with wisdom, to live with mindfulness, and to cherish the shared gift of existence. As we face 2025 and beyond, let us embrace this prophecy not with fear, but with resolve, seeing it as a timeless call to awaken to our highest potential. For in the end, the greatest prophecy lies within us: the power to choose love over division, courage over complacency, and hope over despair. 7. Military conflicts and royal challenges. In 2025, Nostradamus' prophecies have captivated the imagination of people worldwide, sparking a mix of curiosity, awe, and concern about what lies ahead. His words, often shrouded in mystery, seem to echo themes of transformation and upheaval. Let's delve into one of his intriguing quatrains, which appears to touch on military conflicts and the challenges faced by royal institutions. He wrote, "Red adversaries will become pale with fear, putting the great ocean in dread. The crown grows heavy, the people dissent, a younger voice rises with intent. What could these cryptic lines mean for the times we are living in? How might they reflect the patterns of history and the cycles of human experience? When we examine these verses, we see hints of escalating tensions in the global arena. The mention of red adversaries could symbolize powers like China, whose flag prominently features red, facing fears or challenges that disrupt their ambitions. This interpretation aligns with growing concerns about rising tensions between Taiwan and China. Could this foreshadow a conflict that draws in other nations, especially naval powers across the Great Ocean? For many, this evokes the possibility of an intensifying geopolitical struggle, one that might threaten peace and stability across the Asia-Pacific region. It's a chilling prospect that reminds us of the fragility of human relations when driven by ambition, fear, and unresolved disputes. What can we do, as individuals or as a society, to cultivate harmony and avoid the mistakes of history repeating themselves? Nostradamus also touches on the weight of the crown and the discontent of the people, leading to a younger voice rising with intent. Could this speak to the pressures faced by monarchies today, particularly in places like the United Kingdom, where the royal family continues to navigate modern challenges amidst changing public sentiment? Recent years have shown us that even the most enduring institutions must adapt to the values and expectations of the times. Perhaps this prophecy points to a transition of power within a monarchy, an older generation stepping aside for the younger, or a fresh voice within the system emerging to redefine its role. This mirrors life's inevitable truth. All things must evolve, and growth often comes through difficulty. As the Buddha once said, "Change is never painful, only the resistance to change is painful." How does this idea resonate with the struggles faced by institutions striving to remain relevant? On a broader level, these predictions invite us to reflect on the cycles of conflict and renewal that shape human history. Military clashes, political shifts, and challenges to authority are not new, but how we respond to them defines the world we create. Nostradamus' writings, though enigmatic, serve as a mirror to our anxieties and hopes, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all events. In times of uncertainty, Buddhist teachings offer wisdom to ground us. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. How can we cultivate inner peace and extend it outward in times when the world feels uncertain? What role does mindfulness play in helping us navigate the challenges of the present and the unknown of the future? Think about this. If conflict truly arises between Taiwan and China, or if royal institutions face upheaval, what does it mean for us as global citizens? Does it challenge us to become more compassionate and understanding, or does it push us further apart? Nostradamus's quatrains, while open to interpretation, invite us to engage deeply with these questions, not out of fear, but with the intention to grow and act wisely. By embracing curiosity and critical thinking, we can turn these prophecies into tools for introspection rather than predictions of doom. Ultimately, Nostradamus's writings are as much about us as they are about the world they describe. They urge us to pause, look inward, and consider our actions in the grander scheme of life. So, as you ponder these prophecies, ask yourself, what kind of world do I want to help create? How can I, in my small way, contribute to harmony in the midst of uncertainty? In seeking answers to these questions, perhaps we find the true power of prophecy, not in predicting the future, but in shaping it. Nostradamus's prophecies offer more than just mysterious predictions. They challenge us to look within and consider the impact of our actions on the world around us. While his visions may appear haunting, they hold a timeless message. The future is not a fixed destiny, but a canvas waiting for us to paint with intention, mindfulness, and hope. It's a powerful reminder that the choices we make today ripple far into tomorrow. As we conclude, let's take a moment to reflect on this journey. These ancient prophecies aren't just echoes of the past. They are a call to action for us in the present. They urge us to embrace our ability to change, to grow, and to shape a future grounded in wisdom and compassion. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to be part of this growing community by liking this video, sharing it with someone who might find it meaningful, and subscribing to The Journey of Wisdom. Together, we can explore more teachings that inspire, guide, and empower us to live better lives. What about you? Have you ever felt the pull of ancient wisdom guiding your thoughts or decisions? How do you believe we can use the lessons of the past to build a brighter future? Share your experiences and reflections in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. Thank you for walking this path with us. Until we meet again, stay mindful, stay curious, and remember, the power to create a better tomorrow begins with the choices we make today. Let's walk this journey of wisdom together.